Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. Glad to have you here. Today we're going to be going over a quick battle that is a momentous occasion. My very first Wood Elf battle in quick battle, where I play as the Wood Elves. Usually I've avoided it. But you know what? Like, I figured it's about time that I take a look. If I can. Maybe I didn't save it, but luckily I'm doing this right after I played, so it is an autosave. And this one I'm going up against Bretonnia as the Wood Elves. So let's take a look. So my idea behind this army is I want to bring ranged firepower here, and to do that I have 5 Glade Guard. 4 of them are normal. And the 5th one is the Starfire Shafts to shoot at Leonliakur, or Grail Knights. So I just brought one of those. I figure one of them I can protect them. Behind them I have my War Dancers with Azrai Spears. Again, I just have one of these, and they will be targeting only Lords and Flying characters. And Grail Knights and Cavalry. Just that's what they're there for. My main line here, I have 6 Eternal Guard with shields, just because I figure they'll be able to beat out against most of the infantry, and they have shields, so I'm less afraid of the archers. These 4 Glade Guard are going to be on polearm, shooting duty, and archer duty, so that's what those guys are for. I have a kind of a core here of these Dryads being buffed with Call of the Forest of this Branch Wraith, and he has the boost to speed for all my units and Life Bloom and Call of the Forest. So these guys all have +8 attack, and so I think that's going to make the Dryads actually pretty decent. Up in the middle I have a Waystalker, so I've got 2 Arrows of Kurnos that I'm going to be using. And yeah, I think that's my army. Here I have my Glade Lady with her net and her arrow. And I have her up on a hawk so she can outrun Leonliakur. And I just brought a 2nd Great Eagle because they're actually pretty decent if you fight in the air. If you get them on the ground, they're useless, but fighting heroes or things in the air, I figure it'll be pretty good. And I can sacrifice this eagle if my lady gets in trouble to hold down any flying units. And so that was kind of the idea here. Pretty non-typical Bretonnian build here. He's got 5 peasant bowmen with a main line here of 4 spearmen at arms. On the flanks he's got these men at arms pole arms. He has a lady on foot for spells, and he has a trebuchet. Supporting the other side of his army he has a paladin on foot. I really like this. Bring this guy to just buff up the leadership of your peasants and help them last longer while your cavalry and your flying units does the work. This is why I think it's a very weird Bretonnian build. You don't see Becky here. You just see Leonliakur on his trusty warhorse, backed up by 2 Grail Knights, so with chevrons. So definitely something to be watching out for. I think I'm going to move my Waystalker up and my hero up to start putting some Arrows of Kurnos down. I think I'm going to be trying to target these. Ooh, that was a pretty good shot there. I'm going to be trying to shoot these artillery. Actually, yeah, here it comes. So we'll watch. Didn't do anything. It went right through, just glitched right through. So I don't think I'm going to be shooting at those guys again. But I see he is on the ground, and I don't see any flying units. So I'm going to move my Glade Lord out here just to start shooting. While I figure out if I want to sit here or not. So here's going to be an Arrows of Kurnos, hitting these Grail Knights, dropping a good number of models there. That was a really nice shot. I'm doing considerable damage to a very expensive unit. And if they're dead like this, they're not going to regen. So, whereas if you just injured a lot of them without dropping any models, the Grail Knights would regenerate and they'd be fine. But because of Arrows of Kurnos actually killing models, these guys will not regenerate. Oh, there you can see my Glade Lady sniped one out. So I think he's going to realize that, I don't know, we both take some pretty heavy damage here. we're going to both kind of start moving up. I moved out of my forest. He's going to move up too. Definitely like when things go like that in one of these battles. It's not just one person advancing. Though I tend to bring armies where I don't have to advance too much. So he's going to be casting some stuff. I'm going to try and dodge this here. But I'm going to move too late and he's going to get this off. Definitely not a very good spell, sadly. We would love to see them being more useful. So here he's bringing his Grail Knights around to the other side, trying to get away from my leader. And we're just going to start this kind of mainline skirmish engagement. I'm going to be focusing my Glade Guard here on these men-at-arms with polearms. We'll watch a volley as it goes flying. We'll see how many. I don't think it's going to take out very many of them, but we can hope. Yeah, so that's a pretty devastating volley, but you can see only like 1 or 2 models dropped there. So not too much damage, but anything we can do put on these guys is going to be worth it. You can just see these counter volleys and volleys are going to be launching. Here he's going to bring down a comet on my Eternal Guard with shields. And I think I'm going to get away this time. But we'll see. Yeah, lucky. And I'm going to be bringing them back into line as this continues. He's doing some good damage here to my main line, but I'm kind of doing the same to him. You can see these men-at-arms with polearms are going to rout. My spearmen are going to come in. I'm going to bring my 2 heroes in here, right here, against this damsel. Just because he's out in the open, not much of a threat to my low health units. They should be able to survive. Here you can see I kind of routed this side, and I'm pretty decisively winning here in the middle with my Dryads. With the buff from the branch rate, they're going to tear these guys apart. And you can see my eagles here landing on this damsel, sending her flying. Here you can see I drop a net on these Grail Knights right as they get into combat. And my 2 archers here are going to be just opening fire right into their flank. And I'm bringing my War Dancers over here, and I'm also bringing my Starfire Shafts. So here in the middle, broke through. My Dryads took some significant damage, but I can kind of start enveloping or go after these guys. And the Dryads are pretty fast, and I have the speed buff with the branch wraith, so I'm going to be sending these Dryads out here against these peasant bowmen to try and catch them, while I kind of fold these archers in and these Eternal Guard with shields. You can see my Eternal Guard not doing very well at all against this paladin, but holding him up. And that's all I really expect them to do. So here you can see Lady's going to start routing. I'm opening fire here on these Grail Knights. And so here come the Starfire Shafts, exactly what I'm looking for. And it's going to start tearing into him. That we finally routed off the damsel. My Dryads over here chasing, and we can see as they catch these peasants as they try and run away. They're not going to be able to, as my Dryads start tearing them apart. And this is what Dryads are best at, probably, just destroying low armor infantry. And so they are definitely doing their job here. So you can see, terrible micro. Still haven't been used this side of my army. I should be moving these guys around, but I don't think I'm going to. You can see my main line here, my Eternal Guard with shields, is actually doing pretty well in this fight. You know, I figure that the Spearmen at Arms would win just because they don't have armor piercing, and these guys don't have armor. But they are doing pretty well. Earthblood popping off here. I don't know why. I think maybe my heroes were in that blob. And my heroes came down and tore into these Grail Knights while they were still netted. And so that's going to be some crucial armor piercing damage. You can see though, these Grail Knights, the other unit that wasn't netted, pulled through and slammed into my Glade Guard, but the War Dancers with Azrai Spears are right on them, and they're going to be punishing them for pulling out like this, while my archers still open fire over here. Damsel, definitely need to finish off wizards. Can't leave them alone for long. Still Earthblood going off, so we'll see this paladin just doing work. Dryads routing, Treasury Stage firing. My branch wraith isn't even in combat. You can see my eagle here being down in this combat. The eagle's not going to like it, especially against somebody as powerful as Leon Leonker. And so he's going to start taking some damage. Amazing Heirs of Kronos there, just sending that blob scattering, and over there as well. And so the peasants are going to rout, and with the overwhelming odds here against him, he's going to admit defeat as Leon charges his last charge against the Blade Guard. Wanted to get that one last charge in. Anyways, yeah, I kind of just wanted to share my first ever quick battle here with the Wood Elves, because I've never used them before, and I think that Bretonnia definitely has the disadvantage in this fight. The mainline infantry is not that much more expensive. It's very good at dealing with cavalry. You can't really sit back and skirmish because I have longer range and I have Arrows of Kronos. So I definitely think Bretonnia does not, that the Wood Elves here have the upper hand. And so when in well, I guess an earlier game, I had done the opposite, and so as Bretonnia, I had taken on. Did I not? Wait. Dang it. Well, I guess I didn't save it, but I took on the Wood Elves as Bretonnia. Oh, guess maybe it was that as the Empire. I don't know. I've been playing a lot of games lately. And I guess I lost it. But anyways, good game to my opponent, and thanks for watching. That's that.